Video, we are going to learn how to create resources in Azure Cloud using Terraform. We all know about Terraform, right? Terraform is one of the popular infrastructure automation tools. Using Terraform, you can set up infrastructure on any cloud platform, right? So these are some of the advantages of using Terraform, right? So you can completely eliminate manual error whenever you are creating your infrastructure. Plus, you can also create identical environments, right? Let's say you want to set up resources for your dev environment, test environment, staging environment, or production environment, right? So you can create identical environment. And plus, this is completely template based, right? So once you are able to create the Terraform scripts, you will be able to scale up, scale down, right? So you would be able to manage your entire infrastructure using Terraform. So if you look at this diagram, so I have installed Terraform as well as Azure CLI on my machine, and using Azure CLI, I'm going to authenticate with Azure Cloud. Once I'm authenticated into Azure Cloud, I will be writing Terraform scripts in order to create resources in Azure Cloud. Okay, so that is what I'm going to do. You can actually authenticate with Azure Cloud in many ways, but this video talks about authenticating using Azure CLI only. Okay, awesome. Let's get started. This is my website, guys, coachdevops.com. I will be posting the link right below the video as well. Great. So if you look at the prerequisites, like I mentioned, we need to have Azure CLI as well as Terraform installed. So if you look at my machine, this is my MacBook. I have already installed Azure CLI. So that is the command to just check the version of Azure CLI, which is this one. And then I also have installed Terraform as well, right? So I also have Terraform installed. So if you want to know how to install Azure CLI as well as Terraform, you can definitely visit my website. Okay, awesome. So let's get started here, right? So like I said, we need to authenticate using Azure CLI into Azure Cloud, right? So how to do that? So all you have to do is just type this command. So this is going to open up a browser, as you can see here, right? And then you just have to pick up your credential. Okay, so see here, so this is now logged in into Azure Cloud, right? Wow, see here, so now it is actually showing that I'm logged in into Azure Cloud. Perfect, right? And then once you logged in into Azure Cloud, if you wanted to see more about your subscription and everything, you can just type this command. Again, you already got this, but this is how you can always get the subscription information and everything, right? This is your subscription ID, that's your tenant ID, username, and whatnot, right? And then I am under this subscription, right? Pay as you go. So that is my subscription name. Okay, awesome. So now I'm logged in into Azure Cloud completely, right? So now what we are going to do, we are going to write Terraform scripts, right? So this is where we are going to write Terraform scripts. So let me do one thing. Let me quickly delete my previous work directory. I have some Terraform files there, so I just removed it. So let's quickly get started. So I'm going to go ahead and then create this folder where I'm going to keep all my Terraform scripts, right? Okay, perfect. And then let's start with writing our first Terraform script, right? So I'm going to say, let's say Azure TF. Okay, so let me put in my password. Perfect. And then, yeah, so this is the code, right? So basically what you're saying here is, see, this is the main thing, right? So you're saying that your provider is Azure RM, right? So basically using this, you are going to, connect to Azure Cloud, right? So basically that is your Azure, provider, right? Azure RM, okay? All right, so that is the important thing. And then once you mention that, so just come out of that. So basically, the way we are going to connect or authenticate with Azure Cloud, right, using Azure CLI, right? So we have already done that. And then whenever you write or initialize Terraform init, right? So what it is going to do, it is going to initialize the working directory, and then it is going to use the default subscription, right? It is going to use the default subscription, and which is nothing but this one, right? So I'm basically using the default subscription. So let's go ahead and then initialize the working directory. Awesome. So right now our Terraform has been initialized, right? So now what we can do, we can start writing, script, right? So in this video, right? So what are we going to create using Terraform? If you look at my Terraform scripts, yes, I'm going to create a resource group. See here, this is the script for creating the resource group, and this is the location. Okay, and then we are also going to create a app service plan, right? We are going to create app service plan, and this is like a standard small size, right? Okay, so that's what it is. And then what I wanted to do is I want to set up app service, right? So we are going to create a Java app service. Okay, so we are going to use um, Tomcat 8.5 and then Java 11, right? So we are going to create a web app with this configuration, right? So that if you want to deploy any Java based application, you would be able to deploy into this particular web app, right? So this is what we are going to do. That's all. It's a very simple Terraform script. So basically we are going to create three different resources, right? So starting with Azure resource group. So this is a resource group, and then we want to create the app service plan, and then we are going to associate these two while creating the web app, right? Which is like nothing but your Java web app, right? So that's all we are going to do. Okay, awesome. So let's get started here, right? So I'm going to go ahead and then create that file. Okay, and then I'm going to copy all these scripts. Okay, so like I mentioned, this is for resource group, this is for app service plan. Okay, and this is for your Java app service, right? And this is the location, and if you want to change the location, you can always change it, right, depending on whichever the region you are. Okay, fantastic. So once you have written the Terraform scripts, we really want to validate, right, before you do anything. So just go ahead and then run this command, Terraform validate. So what this is going to do is this is going to do a syntax validation and then make sure everything is good. Wow, see here, so we already got a confirmation that configuration is good to go, right? Fantastic. And then go ahead and then execute Terraform plan. So before I want to apply, I just want to make sure that how many resources it is going to create and all, right? So let's execute this command. Let's see what this is going to provide. I think this should say that 3 resources will be created or added. Fantastic. Wow, see here. So like I mentioned, yes, this is going to create, right? So it is going to create this app service, and then it's going to create, let's see, the service plan, and then finally the resource group, right? So I think all of them will be created. Okay, fantastic. Everything is good so far. So let's go ahead and then say Terraform apply. Okay, so it saves the 3 resources to add. So let's go ahead and then execute yes. You need to type yes. Okay, so right now it is in the process of creating these 3 resources. While it is doing, let me also log in into Azure portal. I just want to make sure that once this is done, we should be able to see all those resources, right, in our Azure cloud. Okay, let's click on resource groups. I know right now it is in the process of creating. So once this is done, we should be able to see that, right? So if you do see here, what is our resource group name? So my resource group name is this one, right? Dev environment RG. And see, we are already able to see that. Wow, see here, it is done now. So let's go ahead and then click on our resource group, which is this one. Okay, I think it takes few seconds to show. Let me click on this resource group again. Let me refresh. Sometimes it takes probably 1 to 15 to 20 seconds to show up. Let me click on this. Wow, see here. So this is our app service name, and this is our plan, isn't it? And that's what we actually mentioned in our Terraform scripts, right? Okay, I think let's quickly make sure this app service is good to go, right? Or this web app is good to go. Okay, so you want to go and click on this web app. So there should be a URL here. Okay, let's click on it. Wow, see here. So this is our app service, right, which is mainly for deploying your Java based code, and then this is the version, right? Okay. So yeah, so that's it, guys. That's how you can create an app service in Azure Cloud using Terraform, right? Thank you for watching.